The aliens thought Earth surrendered in 3 days, they celebrated victory, then the grandmothers started fighting, and the children joined in. Fleet Commander Zwax Kaler reviewed the final invasion reports with growing satisfaction. The Terran system had fallen within 72 hours, a new record for the hegemony's conquest forces. Plasma bombardments had crippled military installations. Ground forces secured strategic positions. Primitive human governments officially surrendered. It should have been over, Commander, his tactical officer said carefully. We're receiving scattered reports from occupation units. Minor incidents, but the pattern is unusual. Zwax Kaler's attention sharpened. Define unusual. Patrol Unit 47 encountered an elderly human female. She offered them food and invited them into her dwelling. When they accepted, she detonated an explosive device. The entire squad was eliminated. Suicide bombing, Zwax Kaler clicked dismissively. Desperate, but expected. Yes, sir, but she was 87 years old. The explosive was constructed using baking supplies. Intelligence identifies her as a grandmother with no military training. A chill crept through the commander's exoskeleton, but he pushed it aside. Isolated incidents happened during occupation, then the reports multiplied. Construction crews found every tool sabotaged, wrenches became grenades. Hammers delivered electric shocks. Scaffolding collapsed in perfectly timed sequences that maximized casualties while appearing accidental. How did they weaponize construction equipment? Zwax demanded. Unknown, sir. But humans appear to have spent decades learning every weakness in their own infrastructure. Worse news followed. Supply convoys were attacked by children. Actual human offspring. A 6-year-old destroyed an armored transport using a remote-controlled aircraft originally designed as a toy. Commander, the intelligence officer said, barely containing panic, these aren't suicide attacks. They're surgical strikes. The children are being trained. Zwax stared at the tactical displays. The humans hadn't surrendered, they had pretended to. Every compliant settlement was a trap. Every cooperative civilian a potential threat. The breaking point came when Occupation Force Delta vanished. An entire battalion disappeared in a human region called Kansas. No distress signals. No bodies. Just empty armor scattered around an agricultural facility. What happened to them? Zwax whispered. The investigation report was worse than he imagined. The humans had convinced the soldiers to assist with harvest season. They taught them about food production, which plants were edible, which were poisonous, and which became explosive when mixed with fertilizer. The harvest had been the soldiers themselves. Sir, the communications officer announced, incoming transmission from human governments. They want to negotiate. The holographic display showed ordinary humans, no uniforms, no visible weapons. We'd like to discuss your withdrawal, one said calmly. You surrendered. Zwax snarled. Oh, we did, the human replied pleasantly. Our government surrendered because we told them to. Another leaned forward. You assume the people who govern us are the ones who fight for us. That's not how humans work. Our resistance comes from the bottom up, another added. Every grandmother. Every farmer. Every child with a science kit. The speaker smiled. You've been fighting our governments for 3 days. Now you get to fight our people. All 4 billion of them. Zwax scoffed. We have superior technology. The human replied gently, we've been fighting wars since before fire. With sticks, stones, swords, guns, tanks, jets, and nuclear weapons. We've fought in every environment on our planet. One human lifted a kitchen timer. This can be a detonator. A pressure cooker makes soup, or bombs. A garden hose filled with gasoline. Every home is a weapons factory. Every civilian is a combatant. Alerts exploded across Zwax's displays. Occupation forces were under simultaneous attack, not by armies, but by millions of individuals. We offer you a choice, the negotiator said. Leave now, or learn why on Earth, civilian resistance, is a redundant phrase. Zwax watched another patrol vanish. Fleet, he ordered quietly, prepare immediate withdrawal. We're not fighting an army, he said, we're fighting an entire species that thinks war is a hobby. The hegemony evacuated within 6 hours. the official report listed Earth as unsuitable for occupation, the unofficial file contained one line, "Do not engage." Seriously.